Hi, I'm Sameer Jain with my trusted iPhone, hoping to keep to my resolution of at least one video log a day. So let's talk about regulation. During times of market stress, expectations from government increases and faith in markets decrease. We saw that post 9/11, where we had airline loan guarantees come in, terrorism insurance, airport security getting beefed up. We saw that after post Enron, where Sarbanes-Oxley curtailed self-regulation. And we saw it with disappointment with privatization and free markets in Russia, more populism in LATAM, and even in the United States too, sporadically, with instances such as around 2000, if you remember, the California electricity blackouts, telecom meltdown, failure of corporate governance around Enron time, airline bankruptcies, and more recently in 2007-8, banking. So there is need for better public goods regulation, regulation that controls a firm's market entry, regulation that forces production of public goods such as clean air. So there is need for regulation that reduces private sector rent seeking by defrauding, colluding, misrepresenting, etc. And there are devices such as antitrust enforcement. There is need for regulation to manage industries, of course, that have a natural tendency to become monopolies, such as electricity grids. The reason why I bring all of this up is I participated in a panel discussion recently, and all of us were pretty divided. Some of us supported labor unions. Others said that labor unions block trade expansion and they promote sector protection, which reduces overall economic growth, and it harms consumers too. There were others that said that minimum wage is a great idea and insistence on minimum wage protects the poor. But others felt that it discourages new job creation, which hurts unemployed and those that are very, very, very poor. So I came out with the feeling that it's not a great idea to frame issues in terms of more or less regulation. A much better approach is to frame it in terms of smarter and better regulation. For example, we can allow, and there's so much congestion, we can allow airports to auction takeoff slots, which will allow traffic staggering and substitution. We should not control retail prices such as that for electricity and healthcare, as this removes consumer incentive to minimize consumption, and it invariably leads to rationing. So I stress the need to be pro-competition versus to define it in terms of pro or against markets. And here government activism can promote pro-competition. Of course, competition can be done through innovation, research, etc. too, and not just through markets or government. So overall, I'm beginning to curb my instinctive proclivity, because I'm a free markets guy, to denounce regulation in toto, but sort of understand how we can create better regulation, not more regulation or less regulation. I'm going to think through these issues a little bit more, and coming days I'll post something else. Thanks for listening in.